What's going on, guys? Marc Guberti here. In this video, we're going to talk about influencer marketing. How do we use influencer marketing to grow our business? What does the setup look like? That's going to be the focus of this video. If you guys want more, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. So with influencer marketing, you build up partnerships with people who have anywhere from 1,000 to 100,000 followers. And the lower of followers that person has, the more likely they are to partner up with you. Just because the lower someone's audience is, they're not receiving as much engagement. So someone with 1,000 followers isn't getting as many comments, likes, and all that versus someone who has 100,000 followers. So it's good to start small with the relationships and then build up. If you already have a sizable following, then you can go for the bigger sized relationships. So if you have 1,000 followers on Instagram, then start with the people who have anywhere from 500 to 5,000 followers. And you could definitely build up on that based on how much engagement you're getting per post. So there's really two strategies for influencer marketing. You either do shout out for shout out, or you do a collaboration where, like a YouTube collaboration, someone comes on this channel and then I go on that person's channel, something we've done a few times. So you either do something like that, or you pay influencers to promote something that you want them to promote. I've taken both routes with influencer marketing, and both of them can work really well. The strategy I'm going to recommend everyone to do at the beginning is that shout out for shout out strategy, or that YouTube collaboration strategy if YouTube is your main platform. So the best strategy for me when it came to finding people was to search through hashtags that I wanted to rank for. And I would see what are the posts that are coming up, but I wouldn't just look at the top posts, because those top posts are usually from some of the top accounts. I would also look at the people leaving comments, because it's a common strategy on Instagram where if you want to grow, you comment on the person's post. So there are a lot of Instagram commenters with maybe 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 followers. There are a lot of those types of comments, and those are the people who it's better to reach out to them to start the collaboration than someone who has 100,000 or 200,000 followers. Because when I first started, I was a little at over 5,000 Instagram followers when I started to apply this strategy. So looking through the comments is a great way to find those initial people. And then you look at their accounts. There are two things you want to look for. You want to look for the audience size, and that one's just like a bonus thing. Everyone looks at that, but the two things people don't look at as much are engagement. So if someone has thousands of followers, but they're struggling to get more than 10 likes per post, that is a big issue. And if you're not getting good engagement, like, you don't want to go for an account just for followers, because I've seen some accounts with tens of thousands of followers, but maybe they get 10 likes for their posts. So there are actually some accounts, Instagram, YouTube, elsewhere, email list as well, where it's better to be engaging with the person who has 1,000 followers who is getting, let's say, 50 to 100 likes per post, versus the person with 10,000 followers who maybe they're only getting 10 likes per post, or they're just not seeing that much engagement. So engagement is one thing to look at. Another thing to look at is how they got their followers. So there's a really great tool called Social Blade, and it just gives you the historic breakdown of month by month how many followers an account has gained. And the reason Social Blade is really great is, let's say an Instagram account has 50,000 followers, and you see in 1 month that account gained 40,000 followers. In another month, it gained 15,000 followers, and now it's just been on this continuous decline. 1 month, like minus 300 followers, another month minus 500 followers, and then minus, let's say, 200 followers. It goes up and down a little bit, but the key thing is you're losing followers. The reason it's important to look at graphs like this is because it demonstrates, hey, how did you get 40,000 followers in 1 month and now you're losing followers? The answer is some type of tool, or buying followers, or something that at the end of the day, you put money into it, not to get like an engaged audience, but because of the numbers. Some people just look at the following numbers. Some people just look at the engagement. But if you look to see how the growth happened. Like if it's consistent growth, like 1 month is 1,000 new followers, next month is 1,200, then 1,400, then 1,800, then 2,500 new followers the following month. Like that's the type of growth you want to see. It looks organic. But if you have an account that gained the majority of its followers in 1 month, and then you see some accounts where it's like 30,000 followers new, and then like 3 months not getting new followers, and then another month of plus 30,000, you want to just make sure you're not partnering up with people who are using fake followers or tools to pump up their follower number. This is especially important if you want to pay influencers to promote your messages on their platforms. So that will actually bring us into that second stage, the part where you pay influencers. I recently did this for Instagram. I got around, I want to say 60 new followers through a little under $100. So it came down to just a little over $1 per follower. I will be doing another video that has a deeper breakdown of this, but I looked at those metrics. I looked at what the engagement was. I looked at what the growth was. If someone gained 30,000 followers in a month and then just is losing followers now, I just didn't even bother paying that person, because you want to make sure it's real followers you are promoting to. So when it comes to paying influencers, there are two things you should be thinking about, like two objectives. The first objective is you want more awareness. So for the first micro influencer test I did, my focus was, let's just get more Instagram followers. And it worked really well for me. I hadn't been focusing on Instagram as much. My account was slowing down, and now it's actually speeding up. So even though I haven't paid influencers for a bit, my account is still growing at a decent pace because of that extra exposure I got. So I paid people anywhere from $5 to $10 to feature me in their story for 24 hours, just telling their audience to follow me. And I would pay $5 for people who had 1,000 followers, 5,000 followers, even 10,000 followers. Because the thing with a lot of micro influencers, especially the people who have 1 to 10,000 followers, they don't get that many sponsorship requests. So for them, just to give them $5, that's a really big deal for them, versus someone who has hundreds of thousands of followers. They've gotten more sponsorships, so they have a better idea of what they can charge. Some people, they'll charge $50 for a 24-hour Instagram story because they have that type of audience, and sponsors have approached them before. But I've even gotten into some stories where people have 2,000 followers for as little as $3. And that's just because a lot of these influencers, again, they don't get any sponsorships. They don't get any people to come to them. And there is this tendency for all these influencers to just look at their number. So there's one influencer who had maybe 1,000 followers, but you're getting like 50 to 100 likes per post, and the chart shows you're growing. It's not like you had 1 month where you had plus 1,000 followers and then you're just like seesawing between like 0 and negative followers each month. So a lot of these influencers, they are very affordable with the $3 to $5. And sometimes I've done $10, but that's for accounts that have anywhere from 20 to 50,000 followers. And it allowed me to grow on Instagram quickly and maintain that growth. So that is one objective, the awareness. So for YouTube also, when I collaborate with people on the platform, the main goal we both have is, let's grow both of our channels. Let's get more subscribers for our content. So that's the awareness side. The other key objective, which you do want to get to eventually, is the monetization side. And this comes either from directly promoting a product, which I do not recommend, or by promoting a free opt-in. The reason I like the free opt-in better is because you get the person's email address, which really gives you full control of communication. So you can promote a product right away, which I strongly recommend when you get the person's email address and they're on your list. But you can tell them about your next YouTube video. You can tell them about your new blog post. You can tell them about the affiliate offer or about the next offer. So it's better to get people on your email list versus offering a product upfront, paying influencers to do that for you. So with The Instagram strategy I used, I was just focused on growth. I just wanted to throw some money and see what would happen. I was pretty happy with the results. I mean, less than $1.50 per follower. These are targeted people who are still liking and engaging with my content. I've gotten a big surge in the amount of people who are DMing me, and some that's even transitioned into book sales. But when it comes to the monetization piece, it's a different ballgame, because now you're not just measuring it by, okay, I get a little less, I get like one follower, a little less than $1.50. It's now, how much money did I spend? How much money did I make? What was my cost per email subscriber? So if you spend, let's say, $100 through influencer marketing and you get 70 new email subscribers, you're getting them at around $1.15 or $1.20 per email subscriber. That's a really great rate, especially if these people are targeted. So when you look at it that way, you're getting a really good return, because a lot of ads, you see $3 per conversion, $4 per email subscriber. That's very common. But in the influencer marketing space, you have these influencers who have smaller audiences, but those smaller audiences love them. And that is going to be a big difference maker. And that's how you get some really great results. And you combine that with the fact that a lot of influencers in the 1 to 10,000 follower range, they won't charge you that much. You could probably get in front of their whole audience for as little as $5, because they don't get that many sponsors to their content. So you have to look at it from how much money you spent, how many email subscribers you got, what was the average, and then look at how much money you made. If you spend $100 and someone buys your $200 course, then that, you just doubled your investment. And that metric becomes more important when you focus on that, and that's your key objective, versus something like awareness, where it's a more of a long-term play. You want to grow up your audience. You want to build know, like, and trust through your own content. And then you want the Instagram algorithm or the YouTube algorithm, or whichever algorithm you're focused on, you want that to push you a little more so you get in front of even more people. So when you have the awareness objective versus the make money objective, those two are very different. Now, if you want to go for the make money objective and you want people to go to your opt-in page, you can pay YouTube sponsors also. And you can say, hey, just mention me in this video, I'll pay you X amount of dollars. Use Social Blade. Social Blade, it connects almost every social network. You can see how people are growing, so that you know you have a legit growing platform. But with Instagram in particular, you only want to sponsor people who have over 10,000 followers if you want to lead people to an opt-in page. Because when you hit 10,000 followers, you get swipe up. And if they don't have swipe up, they can't use the story to lead people to your landing page. So that's where it gets a little different on Instagram, just because of the way it works. But influencer marketing is a really great way, regardless of whether you want to pay to play and you just get more people who are going to promote you, because $5 sponsorship, it's really cool for a lot of these people. It's going to be their first sponsorship money they ever make. And you could also do the free way as well. You partner up with YouTube channels, you partner up with Instagram creators and other people. You do cross promotion through your email list to have very similarly sized audiences as you. And you could do awareness objectives and monetization objectives with influencer marketing. The sky really is the limit. And I will be releasing a more detailed video about my Instagram influencer marketing strategy, money I spent, what I got out of it, and just some of the ways you can refine the process. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for more. Smash like if you enjoyed it. And I'd love to hear you in the comments. Until next time, dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential today.